Recently, my good friend Wolfgang brought me his Node 2 Bluesound here, which was broken, and he told me a very strange story. He was listening to the Police, the song Roxanne, and when Sting was singing, Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light, at that very moment, the box stopped working and it got blocked and the red light was on. Super strange. I mean, actually, no, it's not true. It's a joke. But let's see how I can fix his red light error here on the Node 2. Welcome to Mark's high-level tinkering. Remember, if I can do it, you can do it too. So here we go. It's the very first time I see this device. Wolfgang told me that's a very good streamer and also has a very good DAC, a digital analog converter. So my first impression is actually it doesn't very look nice. It is very gluey. The surface is very uncomfortable to touch. But somehow the rubber coating degraded over time, so I made a quick search and found on Bluenode's site that many people complaining about that. I mean, this device was never in the kitchen or something like that. It was really standing in a living room. But then I remember I had devices like this remote control from Logitech and also the Braun shaver, which has a similar coating which degrades over time. So okay, let's get this open. So looking at the inside, it looks very clean, very cleaned up. I mean, you see that the power supply is fully separated from the rest, which I consider to be good. First I'm checking the capacitors, and here I already noticed that there is kind of a loose tooth here, which clearly indicates that one or both of these capacitors in the middle are bad. And also they are kind of blown up, so their top is kind of blown to the outside, so that doesn't look healthy. So it's a clear indication that these caps have some problems. So next thing I'm doing is I'm taking out the power supply. I don't want to destroy the plug here, so I'm carefully pulling this off. And it kind of sticks pretty hard. Okay, here we go. And there's basically just the screws to unscrew the whole thing, and then we get it out. So let me show you these two caps here. You see clearly that they are bent to the outside, so both of them look unhealthy. And you guys, you can see this one is loose. I'm wondering why is this happening, and I think this is a design error at the end, because look where these caps are located. There in the back there is the transistor which is generating heat. That's why it's this black heatsink here, and these two caps are in the middle, squeezed in like an oven, squeezed in the transformer and heatsink, and no wonder that they get hot over time and they dry out. So yeah, let me take these out. So inspecting these guys are 1000 microfarad, and you see on the top they're bent to the outside, so you see the deformation here under the microscope. So you clearly see that they are no good anymore. Let's put it into the tester. Well, nothing is happening. Maybe I'm too impatient here, but normally it goes faster. I'm taking it out. It shows a very low capacity. But maybe I should have waited a little longer, but let's see what this one's doing. And it takes ages here to test. Well, also very low, so I will replace them anyway, so let's move on. So I have these lying around here. These are healthy ones, as you can see. What you look for is basically same capacitance, 1000 microfarad here, and same voltage or a higher voltage, but make sure that you get the same size, that they fit in the same place. And I'm now cleaning the board on the outside. On the side, I realized that there were black stains, and I want to have a look at the Microsoft here at these black stains, if there are burn marks. So what that is that color, or I don't know. So let's get this cleaned up here. I'm using IPA. Okay, this looks nice. There's no issue here. There's no burn mark. Excellent. Actually, now comes the moment when you realize, oh gosh, which one was now plus and which was minus. So that's very important actually. So piece of advice before you take something out, take a picture and or take notes where the plus and minus come, because the longer feed is the plus here on the caps. So make sure that you use the same orientation. So let's plug this back again. And I see a lot of videos in YouTube where people are putting the screws and everything in again, and you don't even know if it's working. So what I do is just replug it and then I test it. And obviously here comes the word of warning. Now we're dealing with mains, so it's 240 volts. Take my fingers off, correct. Plug it in and don't touch it there. This is, and oh, it's still red. Can I do something? Do I have to press? I don't have a user's manual actually. No, it doesn't. That looks okay. So it seems not to work. Oh, hang on, it's green. Now is it because I fiddled around there, or did it go green because it's fixed? I'm not sure. Let's unplug again. And again, people, what I'm doing here is not a good example. So plugging it in again. Let's see what's happening. Besides of the church bells, it's flickering green. Did I touch it again and it was me doing it green, or is it just a coincidence? Well, let's try it again. Let's see what's happening. Okay, fingers off. And let's see, and now we wait. Ahead. Does it take that long? Yes, yes, it's working. It's going green. Church bells are ringing, and this is a sign. This is a sign. It's working. So obviously there's what just these two caps, and it looks very nice. Again, inspecting the thing, I think this is a clear design flaw here. I mean, I'm observing if I can exchange the heatsink to the other side. So I just put it to the left. But then again, I'm not sure. Here again, if I put it to the left, what's on the left side? Here on the picture on the right side. So it's this thermistor, and this is obviously reacting to heat, and I don't think it's smart to put the heatsink on the other side. That would influence the thermistor here, and there is a fuse as well. I'm not sure what the fuse will do when it gets hot, so I leave it as it is, and I just screw it back together. I mean, the whole the whole piece is done very nicely. I mean, they had these magnets, so it's clearly done that you can repair this device. So I really appreciate that. So the design is very nice. It's a good quality. Besides of these, let's say, two flaws, which is the case getting gluey, and these caps, who somebody designed the board, he didn't think of putting these caps always to heat and heating them up over time, and I think this device is several years old, so over time these dry out, and yeah. But again, the design is nice, so it indicates that there's something wrong, so that's why you get the red light. It's not just like turns off and you don't know what's happening. So it shows a red light, so there is some kind of error codes in the chip, which clearly measures something, and when the voltage or whatever is out of bounds, so it shows with a red light that there's something wrong. That's well designed, actually. So putting the magnetic back case on, and that's it. I think that's it. Nice. Well, it doesn't look nice, but I believe it's working. So let's plug it in again and see what happens. Moment of truth. Is it working or not? Yeah, okay. They just take some time. I'm not sure if these buttons are working, but I believe you need an app, so I choose to download the app to test the device with my mobile phone. So here we go. Let's replug. I also put some network cable to it. Again, while I'm waiting, I decided to do an upgrade on the software. So I found that in the internet. Now it's going green, and I initiated the upgrade, so it's flashing red and green. And there are many codes on the flashing, so you can go to the internet side, to the manual, and you can see that here, for instance, alternate flashing red and green is upgrading, so that's what's it doing now. And let's see if it's working now. So software is loaded, and obviously I need some loudspeaker, so I'm plugging in. So I'm using this UE Boom. There's some radio stations available. There we go. Cool. So it's working. Nice. So going back to Wolfgang, I'm sure Wolfgang will be pleased that his node is working again. And I'm very pleased too. I mean, there were only 2 parts to be replaced. And remember, guys, if I can do it, you can do it too. So don't be afraid. Open these boxes, take the necessary cautions, but yes, go for it. So what's coming up? Coming up is what I say the mother of all amplifiers. That's a reference amplifier made in Switzerland. It's very, very nicely made. also in the inside, so you will see in the next video. So it's a B251. It's almost 40 years old, so we need some recapping, we need some work on, some cleaning, some parts. And I got myself a kit here, ordered that in Germany. And if you open it up, you see it. One of the amazing parts is these capacitors. I mean, if you compare it to the capacitors we just took out of the node, that's a huge one. So stay tuned. I mean, you know the drill. Hit all the necessary buttons and you won't miss the next video. Thanks for watching.